You barge in here asking me to donate money to a volcano fund? What? What are you doing? Why is there a shovel in your room? It's a spade. What is a spade? These are the questions we must ask ourselves from day to day. What is a spade? What is the meaning of life? Why do other countries hate us? And then sometimes you find the answer within yourself. The answer isn't why do they hate us.
I was watching Family Guy, and Chris has a history book that's outdated by like 70 years and says, help us celebrate the coming of the brand new country, Israel, the country everybody's going to love.
What? What are you talking about?
It's a history book. It was on Family Guy. Chris gets a history book from school, and the funding makes them give him a book that's like 70 years old. So in the book it says, help us join with us to celebrate Israel, the brand new country that everybody's going to love.
This driver's license. Well, if I was to pick any point in time in the history of man in which to live, and the place in which to live, I choose the United States of America, December 9th, 2007. This is the place, this is the time, and never forget it. What are you doing?
I'm putting music to your little speech. Here, do it again.
Why?
So the music goes with it. It's a little public service announcement.
Hello, I'm Tim Pocus. If I was to choose any point in the history of man in which time to live, in what place to live, I would choose the United States of America, December 9th, 2007. This is the place, and this is the time, and never forget it. This has been a public service announcement of the American Broadcasting Corporation. Right. So I've been thinking about getting rid of the beard goatee thing, or whatever you call this. And I thought about it, and I said, well, is it really necessary? And I thought about it, and I said, by God, I don't know. Because you know when you try to shave, and you can't really see if you're shaving evenly, and you like go to work and you realize that it's like sticking out farther on this side than it is on this side. You got like one sideburn that looks straight out of the 70s and one that looks normal, and then you look like an idiot the rest of the day and you can't really fix it because if they see that you shave, they're going to be like, did you go home with the van and shave? Like, no, I did it in the van. Like, well, that's against that's against JCO regulations. So I'll say, well, Bill, do you want me to look like a jackass in front of customers? And apparently he does, because Bill prides himself on that. And as a matter of fact, I look around this room and all of the people viewing this, and I see potential. I see the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. I see a famous rock star. I see the President of the United States of America. It would be pretty odd if George Bush was watching this, because you'd wonder, why is he on YouTube in the first place, and why wouldn't he be watching something that has to do with running the country? Why would he be watching Jamie's YouTube? And the answer is that, in all reality, Jamie's YouTube is in all of our hearts. It's there. It lives within us. And it's not until you look deep inside yourself to find it do you realize what's really important in life. It could be the dancing guys, the memorial videos, or the occasional drunken video. But if you think about it, it means something to all of us. And that is the reason why fire hydrants are painted red instead of yellow in the city of Cleveland. Wow. That's deep. deeper than the river, stronger than the holler, purer than the snowflakes that fall in late December. It's honest as a robin on a windowsill in the spring. Louder than the song of a whippoorwill. And until you realize the things that make this country great, that make the world great, it's about what you surround yourself with. Life is about the pursuit of happiness, but happiness can mean something for other people. For you, it could mean a new car. For you, it could mean a perfect marriage. For somebody out there, it could mean a dog that has 2 heads and no butt. It's all about what brings you happiness. And why are you pursuing it? Why haven't you found it? And are you pursuing it? Or are you working in medic? Just trying to get through the day every day. You never stop to ask yourself. Say the hospice patient that you just picked up their equipment because they passed on in the Golden Shores. Did they find happiness? Were they content when they went? Or do they live every day just to get through it? And happen not to get through it? These are the questions you must ask yourself. It's about what's important in life. Until you stop and think about it and evaluate your current situation, where you are, where you're going, where you've been. Something everybody needs to figure out for themselves. I believe it was Del Griffith who said, "I will not be held responsible for faulty engineering." As we all know, Del Griffith was actually John Candy, who passed on in making a movie in Mexico with a heart attack. Was John Candy happy? Was he content? Was he glad that that movie was the last new movie he'd ever made? Or was he upset that it wasn't a better movie? Because let's be honest, we've all seen it. Normally we end up going to the computer and MySpacing in the middle of it because it gets kind of boring. It wasn't as good as Almost Heroes with Chris Farley, but it was kind of like it because they were riding horses. What was the name of that movie?
What?
The last movie John Candy did.
Was it a plane chase on?
No. It was like a western or something.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
What? But John Candy passed on in the making of that movie. And they used a body double for the rest of it. Is that how you want to go on? In the middle of a movie? Maybe the movie is your life. It's not yet complete. Do you want a body double to be completing your life story? I don't think so. That's why you must make every day as complete as possible. And do all you can to do the best you can on this hellhole that we call the planet Earth. For those of you watching who may be on Mars, the moon, hell, even the sun, what are you doing there? That's the question you must ask yourself. I will end this video with saying one thing that will sum up everything.